From a Teutonic Terror to a Belgian Big Shot at number 5, this weapon takes doors off hinges and kicks like a mule.
FN-FAL. Type, semi or fully automatic rifle. Country of origin, Belgium. Caliber, 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Cartridge capacity, 20 rounds. Muzzle velocity, approximately 2,700 feet per second. Rate of fire, 650 to 700 rounds per minute.
Throughout the period of the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, the FAL became a symbol, a very cool-looking symbol of Western civilization fighting for freedom in all kinds of cesspits.
Perhaps as many 70 countries have adopted it as their main battle rifle or as an alternate rifle, and is often called the right arm of the free world.
In the 1940s, Belgian manufacturer Fabrique Nationale developed a new assault rifle. Heavily influenced by the German Sturmgewehr, it was built to chamber an intermediate round. But then fate intervened. NATO announced that all their rifles would fire the larger 7.62 American round. As a result, the design of the rifle was altered.
The 7.62 by 51 cartridge almost overpowered the design. And the result is that the FAL has been stretched to its very limits of its design. It's very much like a thoroughbred horse, which has so much muscle that its tendons and its bones are just at the limits of their ability to restrain that kind of power.
The FN-FAL tamed that power and developed a reputation as a big hitter. In the jungles of Vietnam, it gave good service to the Australian Army. And during the Six-Day War, Israeli troops armed with FNs swept aside the Egyptian army.
Everybody thinks the Israelis using the 9mm Uzi as their main weapon, but in the Six-Day War, the Israeli leg infantry doing the hard work in the Sinai, in the West Bank, and on the Golan Heights were equipped with a serious assault rifle with a hard-hitting round, the FN-FAL.
In 1983, the FN-FAL became the arbiter of a unique conflict. Argentine and British troops were fighting over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands. Both sides were armed with FN-FALs.
There's very few times in the 20th century where we had a perfect matchup of firearms. And the Falkland Islands campaign was one of those very, very few times.
The Brits are carrying semi-automatic versions of the FN. The Argentinians have a full automatic capable version. Often the Brits are picking up the fully auto Argentine versions and using them. They like this. They like the full auto capability. All soldiers like full auto capability. But simply, the FN's drawback is it's not good on fully automatic. It is utterly uncontrollable. It is such a big caliber that the weapon just goes all over the place. Up into the sky.
Despite its deficiencies, the FAL has proliferated, from the armies of the free world to the war zones of Africa and the Middle East. With over half a century of combat under its belt, the FN-FAL scores well for service length. Innovation and combat effectiveness are also good, but handling and accuracy are average, making this Belgian Big Shot number 5.